Hey guys, MrRhysReviews here, just with the latest video of what's new. So since the last video, I've traded in 4 games, just because if you trade in 4 or more, you get, or between 4 and 7 or 4 and 8 at EB Games, because there's one up the road. You get a bonus 30% onto your trade into the trade-in value of the game that you're trading in. So that, of course, I traded in 4 games so I could get that bonus, because for me that added on an extra friggin' awesome $55 something or other cents. So that definitely helped, and it put up the overall amount to $155 something or other cents. And I'm just here to bring you what I bought with it. So first thing I bought, just because I was originally going to buy, I thought I was going to get just about $100. The games I traded in were games that I barely played anymore. So LA Noire, it was a good game while it lasted. Finished it, I was like, meh, trade that in, don't care. It was the highest game that I got the most amount for. It was like nearly $50, like 45 or 50 bucks for the trade-in. I can't remember the prices for the rest of the games, but the other games were Portal 2, but of course I had that on PS3, so I still have my voucher for my free PC version of Portal 2, so I still technically own the game, so technically I only lost 3 games. The other one is, the other 2 are Mafia 2, already finished it, still used the DLC code that was in it, so I still have the free DLC. And Call of Duty Black Ops, and I mean, who the friggin' hell cares about Black Ops? It's not that great. If you're like a massive fan of COD and therefore a massive fan of Black Ops, then what do you do? Congratulations for you, but that game is basically shit on a stick. So, care factor. Compared to what I got out of it, I don't care about trading in any of those games. Especially since I still own Portal 2, so there you go. Just on computer, not PS3 anymore. Or just PC instead of both. What I got was, of course, in anticipation, waiting up for the PlayStation Vita, or NGP, Next Generation Portable, or PSP2, whatever you want to call the thing. I personally just call it PSP2. I just like to call it PSP2 because it's, it is the second PSP. They might as well have just called it PSP2, just like they've done PS, PS2, PS3. They should have just done PSP2 in my opinion, but now they're deciding to go into wacky names like friggin' Xbox and Nintendo for some retarded reason. So whatever you want to do, Sony, whatever. You still make good game consoles and games and shit, and have partnership with the best friggin' sponsors, EA and shit. So of course, in anticipation, waiting for the Vita, which I'm gonna personally pay off myself, so therefore I friggin' just love every minute with the friggin' console more than getting my parent to buy the friggin' the thing, which normally happens. You give it a lot more respect, you look after it more, you seem to look after it more if you pay for it yourself. Same thing with this PSP. So yeah, so there, I just gave it away. Bought a PSP, and this is just 2000, in anticipation for the Vita. It's been ages since I've owned a PSP. I originally had the original, obviously, and then I had the this one. This is the original Slim 2000 model, and then I had eventually the 3000 model, which is the Slim 2. Never had a go, but my friend had a go. Harry, my good friend who's on this channel all the time, he had a go for a while, and I used to play it all the time, and I even borrowed it from him for a couple of days once, because I was like, oh yeah, PSP, PSP was awesome, and I borrowed it for a few days because I like Miss PSP. But yeah, so I bought this in anticipation. I've already got the next couple of weeks money, my $50 a week that I normally get. As soon as I'm starting to get the $50 again every week, I know exactly what I'm buying. I'm buying a bunch of PlayStation Network cards, and what games I'm buying. I know what I'm going to get, because there's a certain amount of games, or a certain amount, there are certain games that I want to get that that I still want to get for PSP. Buying them and downloading them onto the system, and not actually buying them physical format, because only the PSP games that are from PlayStation Network are backwards compatible on the PlayStation Vita, and mostly all the games that I want to get that are on the PlayStation Network are like the best of the best. And I mean, I can't wait to see things like the Burnout games, some of the Need for Speed games, the Grand Theft Autos, Loco Roco series, even Patapon. Even though I never originally owned it on disc, I'm going to buy them on PSN finally. Even though I hate it, Pursuit Force, I can't wait to see Killzone, upscaled and graphically smoothed out to look better, graphically better, and a lot better quality on the PlayStation Vita when that comes out, which is a cool feature. At least it friggin' upscales the games. I'm looking at you 3DS, piece of crap. I mean, just because it doesn't upscale the original games. Like, you could have done that, Nintendo. It's not hard. So beside that, 3DS is actually looking pretty good. I don't mind it. It's pretty cool. My friend Harry owns that too. It's alright. I've been playing Chinatown Wars on it, which I'm going to get this week for my PSP, which is much better on PSP. You get extra music, blah blah blah. Let's get on to the thing. So of course I got the PSP. Came with just the PSP, a charger. It's actually a different charger from the original PlayStation portable charger. It's like an EB Games charger. Like, it's one that they made, or like that they threw in there, which it works perfectly well, but it's like a much shorter cable, so it doesn't get jumbled in my cords and shit. And it's just like, it looks exactly like, it's got that port obviously, but the actual style of it, the length and the size of the cable, coming out of it, out of the adapter thing, it's basically a mobile phone charger, really, but with that connection for the PSP. So it's a really cool charger. It's much better than the normal charger that you get, which has a power brick on it. This thing is just the charger's no power brick or anything. It's awesome. Not sure if that's like with the PS2, because remember, the PS2 Slim got re-released with a different, a non-power brick thing, power cable. So maybe this actually, the PSP 2000, the Slim, over the years, maybe the Slim has since been distributed with that new charger or something. I'm not sure, but all I know is that that charger is much better than the original Slim and Light charger and 3000 charger. So fuck yeah. Aside from that, I also bought with it, this is all under Australian dollars, 155 bucks. I got all of this for under that. So I got the second-hand PSP with a free 12-month warranty on it in store, so if it breaks at all, anything happens to it, I get it replaced for free with another second-hand PSP 2000. And if they don't have a second-hand PSP 2000, maybe they'll act like game and just give me a 3000 upgrade to a 3000, which would be friggin' awesome. But anyway, yeah, so for the 155 bucks I've gotten the PSP. With it, I looked into and bought the reasonably priced but not overpriced, like the bigger memory sticks for the PSP. Dropped it. Fail. At least they won't break like a disc or anything. Shit, my show's about to start, but I hurry up with this video. So for 30 bucks I bought my memory card. Of course it's a 4 gig because I'm going to be downloading games through the network because they're backwards compatible on the Vita. So I've got a 4 gig memory card to last me the space. So let's turn it on here. As you can see, physically there's like no damage to it at all. It's a bit scratched up and stuff, obviously. Came with a screen protector on the friggin' screen, for Christ's sake. There are like two visible, there's one really annoyingly visible line of pixels, like just down the screen line of pixels, that it just looks like a how you can burn images into a TV. It kind of looks like that. It looks like just like a straight line down, like a burnt in line. But I mean, even in this video from here, you can't really tell, or you can kind of tell next to the video symbol. See how there's a slightly brighter line? That's the only thing that's really bad with it. But it doesn't get that distracting, especially when you're playing a game, especially when I'm playing Burnout Legends, because everything's going so fast, you can't see shit. I'll show you the games I got with it, of course. So I activated my PlayStation Network account on the system, so I got the Welcome Back package for the PSP. Awesome. So for the Welcome Back package, I got Killzone Liberation, and the other game I got was Pursuit Force, the original Pursuit Force. So I got both those games for free with the Welcome Back package. And the final thing I bought along with the memory card and the PSP was a $30 PSN card, which was used for $29.95 on the network, which was worth it. Rebought Burnout Legends. Burnout Legends is, in my opinion, is the best Burnout. There's only 2 on PSP, but it is the best Burnout, because I don't know why, I just like the Burnout 3 style of Burnout. So like the takedowns in Burnout 3/Legends I prefer over the takedowns, and the graphical style, the graphical feeling, the showing of the takedowns, how they show off the takedowns, everything about the game really. I prefer Burnout 3/Burnout Legends Burnout to Burnout Revenge/Burnout Dominator Burnout, if that makes any sense to you, because like this one has sort of brighter locations, kind of brighter cars. It looks a lot more cartoony and fake. Well, it's fake regardless. It looks a lot more cartoony and a lot more arcadey in Burnout 3 and Burnout Legends. And then of course with Burnout Revenge, Burnout Dominator, it looks a lot more serious, a lot darker tone, and a lot more serious kind of racing, and but still obviously like made up and shit because it's off the fucking whack. But yeah, so I bought Burnout Legends because I prefer that one. But this week I'm gonna buy, the plan so far, I'm gonna buy, this week I'm gonna get a $30 card, and use the $20 for other stuff. Some people that know me will know what that other $20 will be for. No, it's not porn if you're retarded and you're on YouTube thinking, oh, you're porn. No, it's not. Cigarettes. Okay, whatever. But yeah, so I'll get a $30 card this week, and I'll be getting Chinatown Wars, GTA Chinatown Wars, because I had it on 3DS, in DS, but I never finished it. So I want to finally finish the game. TV's on, sorry, got distracted. But yeah, I'll get Chinatown Wars. I'll also get just maybe a comic for the digital comic service. I started using that. Freaking amazing! It's awesome. You should at least download a free comic, a good one. Get one of the 2 Red Faction comics because they're pretty good. Just download one of them on your PSP if you haven't used the digital comic reader thing, or plus download the digital comic reader. Well, the update that you have to get for it or whatever, and try it out. It's really cool. It's done really well, the way it presents the comics and all that shit, and the way it makes them look, the quality, awesome stuff. So check that out. Seriously, do it. Check that shit out. It's awesome. But yeah, so I'll buy Chinatown Wars for $23.95, which is such a good price because it's still like $60 brand new in the store, or it's at least still. It's $24 on the network. It's at least $30. I think I've seen cheapest in the stores, or $25 cheapest in the stores. So it's still more than it is on the network. So that's awesome. So I'll be getting that this week, and I'll also buy some comics because there are Ratchet and Clank and Infamous ones which you have to pay for. So I'll get one of those, or maybe, I'm not sure, but otherwise I'm definitely actually going to get Angry Birds. I love that game, and it's on PSP. It's a mini, so I'll get that. The other games I'm going to get over the weeks, of course, are the only other games I'm going to get so far that I know of are going to be so Chinatown Wars, Angry Birds, but that's a mini, and I'll probably mostly play it on my PS3 because that has like gigabytes worth of space, not just 4 gigs. It's got like 100 and something gigs Um, but yeah, so Chinatown Wars, um, freaking out, Chinatown Wars, Vice City Stories, and Liberty City Stories, Grand Theft Autos. I already finished and played those. Vice City and Liberty City Stories, they're awesome games though. But all three GTAs, they're each $23.95. I'll get Chinatown Wars this week most likely, and then next week I'll use all my $50 to get a $50 network card and get both GTAs, along with maybe a couple comics or something, like to use the extra dollars, just to use the extra cash that's left over on the network, or I might just leave it on there in like for future use. Then I'm also going to get Burnout Dominator after that. Also want to get Need for Speed Underground Rivals, that was a great game, and Need for Speed Most Wanted 510. It's not great, but it's alright. Other games that I'm going to get, but not necessarily have on my 4 gig memory card and on my PSP, because I don't really want to buy another memory card, because the Vita will be coming out within the next couple of months. So, so I don't really want to waste money getting a new memory card, unless the Vita takes the memory cards from the PSP. It's just the case, obviously. Just randomly gone from a PSP to a whole fucking case. It's random. Nah. But yeah, so I'll either get I only want to keep just the 4 gig memory card. Don't want to have to bother getting another bigger memory card or multiple 4 or 2 gig memory cards, stuff like that. I don't want to do that. That'd just be freaking annoying as shit. But other games that I want to like purchase so I can download onto the Vita later on, or something like that, include Loco Roco 1 and 2. Those were both great games. The 3 Patapons, I said I'd finally purchase and play all 3 Patapon games. Those 2 series are made by the same guys. The Japan studio, Sony Japan. What else? There are other games that I'll get, like the second Pursuit Force. The first one isn't that great. I kind of hate it, but it's really hard, Pursuit Force 1, but Pursuit Force 2 apparently is really good and much better than the first one, so I'll get that eventually, because that's only like $11.95. I'm like, shit. What else? The other games I'm gonna get are mostly, like $11.95 or at the most $15.95. So I'm gonna get a bunch of the cheap PSP Essentials, or Australia PS Platinum, PlayStation Platinum. So yeah, but yeah, that's what I got, and those are a couple of games I'm gonna get in the future for the PSP, and then of course to use on the Vita later on. That's it for this video. Sorry if I look really fucked up in the eyes, because of course it's bloody 2 a.m. And I'm like tired as shit, but I can't sleep. It's annoying me like crazy. It's making me fail school badly. But yeah, so that's it for this video. See you guys in the next video.